Happy Friday, everyone.
And today is a special Friday because it's Friday the 13th.
That's right, it is.
Our daughter was born on a Friday the 13th, so I guess we have to consider it lucky for us.
I think so.
So some people are afraid of Friday the 13th. There's actually a name for the fear of Friday the 13th, and it's a really long name. I'm going to try and pronounce it.
Go for it.
Paraskevidictriophobia.
Paraskevidictriophobia?
Which is a specialized form of the fear of the number 13, which is triskaidekaphobia.
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 Okay.
I think I added an extra T in there. But anyway, you can fact check us on that if you like.
Fact check.
So more rain is on the way, Saturday through Tuesday.
Okay.
And so there's a slight chance of street flooding. That's what probably more than a slight chance, but that's what the news said. A slight chance of street flooding.
Or is it just going to be another one of these things where the rest of California is going to get a ton of rain and San Diego is going to get a little...
Well, they're predicting 1 to 2 inches west of the mountains or 2 to 4 inches in the mountains.
That's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Okay.
It may actually even snow in the local mountains, which would be cool for, next week, those of us who might want to go out and find some snow.
That's right.
We could do our yearly Lake Cuyamaca Julian trip.
There you go, yeah.
Where we go to Lake Cuyamaca and pay them $10 to let us play in the snow by their ranger shack at the lake.
Yep. Last year it was fairly late in the season that we did that, and there was still snow. And then we got surprise snow, and we went to Sequoia National Park in April.
It was cold up there.
Oof.
That wasn't like fun play in the snow. That was like do your business and go home kind of snow.
That was like...
See the General Sherman tree, get a picture, and get out of there.
That was like, we're from Southern California. We weren't ready for it to be this cold snow.
So, yeah, you go up there and you got to hit the Julian Beer Company, too. Even if you don't drink beer, they have good pizza and other stuff. So
yeah, that's a good place.
It's a good snow trip, kind of a low-key, low-impact snow trip from San Diego. Is go up to Julian, go to the beer company, have some beer or a soda and some pizza, and then go to Lake Cuyamaca for snow play.
Right. Julian is a great San Diego County destination and points out the rich diversity that is San Diego County. Everything from most beautiful beaches in the world to mountain gold mining towns and
we got it all.
Deserts and everything in between.
Well, we were talking about restaurants, and that kind of segues into a new TripAdvisor survey that they just put out. The highest rated restaurants for special occasions in San Diego.
Okay, let's hear it.
So most of them I'd never heard of because you know me. Well, I'll talk about my favorite restaurant at the end, but
right.
I'm not so much into fancy restaurants, but I guess most people would like to go to a fancy place for a special occasion. So number 20 is Tom Ham's Lighthouse on Harbor Island. And
We've been there.
Have we? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh, well, I keep meaning to maybe go there sometime, but maybe
I thought we went there one time.
Oh, well.
Isn't that where they had the cheap lobster dinner, or was that somewhere else?
No, are you talking about the one Bob Jones took us to?
Yeah.
No, that was somewhere else. That was some kind of a yacht club or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we've been to Tom Ham's Lighthouse. But
I would like to go there.
Well, anyway, we'll argue about this later.
Let's argue now. They say be authentic. Let's have it out.
So
I'm fed up with you and your no Tom Ham knowing.
And I'm tired of you thinking that we went to Tom Ham's Lighthouse, when that was not Tom Ham's Lighthouse.
All right.
We'll continue this later.
Yeah, continue
so
it later.
Number 13 was Sea Level Lounge on Harbor Island. And we went there last week for my birthday.
Yes, we did.
And I only have one thing to say about that, which is if it's raining and you're expecting to enjoy the view at sea level, wait till it's not raining anymore, or go somewhere else.
Yeah, don't go when it's raining.
Don't pay for the view at sea level when it's raining because they put up like this thick plastic to protect from the wind and the rain, and then you can't see the view anymore. So.
Yep, I'd almost rather get rained on.
I was prepared. I was bundled up to sit in the rain for the view, but that didn't happen.
Right.
So moving on.
I will say the food there was pretty decent. The portions were nicely sized.
Yes. I said I wasn't going to say anything else, but they served me my fish and chips in this sort of rectangular basket, but then the flatware was big and I didn't have anywhere to put it. Like there wasn't a plate, so it was sort of awkward, and I would have preferred just a regular plate, but that's okay.
You're picky.
Okay, so number 3 is a place
Can't take her anywhere.
a place called AR Valentien, I think. It's at the lodge at Torrey Pines. I don't know. It's so fancy I can't even pronounce it.
I've never.
But
yeah.
it's a California casual, and it overlooks the 18th hole of the Torrey Pines golf course. And it's a vegetarian and vegan friendly fare. So number 2 is Eddie V's Prime Seafood in La Jolla. Looks like they have a nice view and prime seafood. Number 1 is Oceana Coastal Kitchen. It's at the Catamaran Resort, it's on Sail Bay, which is pretty much, it's lumped in with Mission Bay. It's over there on the side of Mission Bay.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd pay a lot of money to eat on Mission Bay.
I only really like to eat if I'm going to go somewhere, there's only one restaurant I like to go to. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true.
I understand. I know where you like to go.
The only restaurant that I like to go to is Mitch's Seafood in Point Loma.
Yeah.
Because the food is good and you can't beat the view. I mean,
No.
you can pay for $200 for your dinner and you're not going to get a better view than you get at Mitch's out on the patio there. It's right on the waterfront. You've got the yachts out there. You've got the fishing boats coming in, seagulls. It's all right there.
It's so great that sooner or later they're going to tear it down and turn it into some fancy place like they did to the Anthony's.
Well, sometimes we're having a special occasion and you ask me where I want to go, and I say Mitch's, and you say, wouldn't you rather go somewhere fancier? And I say, no, Mitch's.
Right.
And every time we do try and go somewhere fancier, I always wish I'd gone to Mitch's.
Yeah, Mitch's is pretty good. I mean, that's a good seafood place. I really also like right next door is Point Loma Seafood, and I like it. The one thing that I really like there is their Bay Shrimp Salad Sandwich.
Shrimp salad sando?
Shrimp salad sando. It's very simple. It's just, little fresh, plump, juicy shrimps with a little, mayo and seasoning, and they put it on some fresh sourdough bread.
Yeah, Point Loma Seafood is good too, and that's right next to Mitch's.
Yeah.
You brought back some of their
chowder.
Oh yeah, the clam chowder last week or the week before, and it was good, but it was not as good as Mitch's clam chowder.
Yeah, Point Loma Seafood clam chowder, they add like a jalapeno element to it, which is, I understand people like that, but I don't believe it belongs in clam chowder.
Mitch wouldn't do that.
No, Mitch wouldn't do that. So you like Mitch's, I like Mitch's, and me and John, our son John, me and John share a love of sandwiches.
You guys like sandos?
Yeah, we like
bro out with some sandos.
Yeah, me and John like to bro out with some sandos. So, and if there's a special like a holiday, I like to cook some fish here at home. And frankly, the only place, or one of the only, I'm sure there are other places, but you can shop all around for fresh fish, but you're not going to find any better fresh fish than at Point Loma. And yes, it's expensive, but if you try and go to buy a fancy fish dinner,
if you go to Eddie V's Prime Seafood, you're going to be paying a lot more.
Yeah, no. So you're going to pay $20-$30 a pound for some good fish at Point Loma, but it's going to be worth it.
Yes. Well, we did go to a pretty good restaurant last weekend. We met some friends at Nirwana in Mira Mesa.
That's awesome.
And once you found it, it's pretty good. It was rather challenging to find. It's kind of in the middle of a courtyard and sort of a strip mall kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's right by the bowling alley in Mira Mesa. But they have Indian food, and it was good. So I would go back there.
It's an interesting menu they have there. I mean, Indian food for sure, and good Indian food, but also they have pizza. They have different
Some of it was like paneer pizza, so it was kind of Indian inspired pizza.
Yes, they have normal pizzas, and they have tiki masala pizza, paneer pizza.
It's kind of a fusion thing.
It is. And then they had pastas that were they had some Italian pastas, and then they had
there's like a tandoor pizza
tandoori,
or not pizza,
tandoori spaghetti.
Yeah,
that's the crazy stuff on that menu. And they have a bar, so that's nice. I think we will be back there to try some other stuff. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed the food there.
Doesn't beat Mitch's, but I would go back.
And good company too.
Yeah, yes. We had a good time with our friends.
Yep.
So let's move on to another survey. I have a lot of surveys today, and this one is a Wallet Hub survey. So Wallet Hub just surveyed the best large cities in the United States for an active lifestyle.
Okay.
So their metrics are things like gym fees, parks, and weather. And I'm gonna disagree with Wallet Hub on this one because they put San Diego at number 7. And I'm going to tell you some of the ones that beat us, and then you're gonna be irritated as well.
Yes, I will be.
So number one, Honolulu, Hawaii. Okay.
I don't know much about it.
I've been to Hawaii, but not Honolulu.
Just to
But
the airport.
Yeah, I can see, that's probably a good place if you're active.
I would think
Number
so.
2, San Francisco, California. Now,
Okay. I'm just not going to say anything there.
number 3, New York, New York. I mean, I guess they have Central Park and whatnot, but
I mean, if they say they're factoring in gym fees and such, I would imagine San Francisco and New York would be way up there.
well, let me finish with the ones that beat us, and then we'll
Okay.
go on a rant about why San Diego should be, in the top. Number 4, Chicago, Illinois. I don't know. I imagine it's cold and windy. They call it the Windy City.
A lot of, yeah.
Number 5, Las Vegas.
Okay.
Number 6,
It's only 120 in the summertime.
yeah, and cold in the winter. And,
Yeah.
Okay, so number 6, Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, so we're number 7. So all those places beat us. Now, I think that is wrong and unfair because
Well, what is the title of the survey again?
best large cities in the United States for an active lifestyle. So
Well,
we've
whatever
got great
metrics-
weather, we've got the beaches, we've got the mountains, we've got all kinds of parks and hiking trails.
Yeah. And weather. I mean, come
Weather,
on.
I mean, come on. Yeah.
You can, I mean, if you want to live an active lifestyle, I can't imagine there's anywhere better than here, but
Except for like skiing. Well, you
Yeah.
could go to Big Bear, but we've got pretty much whatever kind of active lifestyle you want to live right here. So,
absolutely.
In abundance.
Yep.
So Wallet Hub, I think you should fact check yourself on that because San Diego needs to be rated higher.
Did we talk about the real estate market or are we skipping that?
Let's talk about the real estate market now.
We promised them real estate and life in San Diego.
Well, I didn't say that this time. I just
you
said
didn't.
TGIF.
Oh, wow.
We should talk about the market a little bit. We talked about it at more of a length last week because we had the new data out.
Yeah.
But what's your weekly update?
Well, I would say that we're off to a roaring start in 2023.
Well, you've been super busy.
Oh yeah. I mean, escrows are opening. I mean, I guess we're fortunate because we've been in the real estate business for a very long time and know lots of people. And when people want to do things with real estate, they call us, and you should too. But closed sales are off like 50% from this time
yeah, way
last year.
down.
So we are fortunate and blessed to be busy. I'll start with that.
We had some trolls around here a few months ago that were like, "I hope you guys saved your money because it's all over for you."
Yeah, that there were people who
Well,
were saying
we're
that.
still here and we're busy. So,
Yes,
we are humble and grateful, but also, be nice to us because.
Yes, because we're humble and grateful.
Okay, sorry, continue.
So, I mean, it's busy. However, I will also say that the sort of state of things have people, buyers and sellers, not in the greatest of moods. I've been dealing with a lot of folks who are anxious and upset about things, and I've had a week of several difficult conversations, and that's, people say, "Oh, you guys make too much money," or "What do you really do for people? All you do is open doors." Not true.
Well, you would have to follow you around for a week
Yeah.
to understand, what's going on there.
You would have to follow me around for a week and listen to all my calls, because
And then you wouldn't want to.
I mean, try calling a seller and telling them that the termite bill is $10,200. That's not an easy one.
Well, it's a giant house. They'd never had any termite work done to it. They're original owners.
No.
And it
Right.
needs wood repairs.
So
right?
all that makes sense, but when you're that person, you don't want to hear that.
No,
and
I wouldn't want to
I'm
hear
the one
that.
that has to tell you. So it's just, but that's part of being in our business, is you lead people through their transaction, you get them to the end. And then at the end, when they move into the house or they cash the check, then they're happy. And then you say, "See, I told you, you were going to be happy and you had me help you, and good for you." Anyway, so a week of difficult conversations, but also robust activity out there. There were about 300, there have been about 300 less new listings in the first 2 weeks of January as there were last year.
Well, if you're looking at the chart, all the new listings that are coming on are getting snapped up right now.
Things are moving. So yeah, don't count 2023 out as a good year for real estate. I don't think absolutely. If there's people ask me what's going to happen, I can tell you one thing that is not going to happen in 2023, and if it does, I'll eat a snail here.
Are you going to talk about rates?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna declare that median price is gonna remain relatively flat in 2023. It's gonna go up maybe a little bit or down maybe a little bit. I don't see any wild swings. There's a lot of people that are gonna disagree with me and say it's gonna crash. You're wrong, and maybe I am because I've been wrong before. But I think we're gonna have a very stable real estate year here in 2023.
What kind of snail? Like a regular garden snail or a sea snail or one of those little ones you find in an aquarium?
If the median price increases more than 3%, I'll eat a banana slug.
Oh no! Well, we're gonna have to fly up to Humboldt County and get one of those.
Exactly.
We don't have those here.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an expensive.
Yeah. I don't think median price is going up hardly at all in 2023, but I also don't believe it's going to crash. I just don't believe it. Maybe it will. But I don't believe that it will. That's just my personal gut feeling as to how this year has started based on 20 years of prior experience.
Well, I agree with you. And I did a video with Buddy, our cat, today where he predicted what was going to happen to the market by... I put 3 bowls of food out, boom, bust, or flat. And Buddy went to the boom bowl. And Buddy, he's cute, but he's not that smart. It was fun, but I don't know if Buddy's right.
Buddy's prediction is probably about as good as mine. So, or anyone else's for that matter.
Okay, is that all we have
That's
to say
it.
about that? All right. So I have another survey to talk about.
Okay.
And this one is not from San Diego, but I thought it was interesting anyway. So the Royal Canadian Mounted Police have released their list of top 10 inappropriate 911 calls. And
All right, let's hear it.
They do this to raise awareness of misuse of the 911 system.
Don't misuse 911, eh?
Ties up resources for people that actually need it.
That's right.
So here are some reasons that people called the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and they shouldn't have called them. They should have called someone else or just dealt with it themselves. So someone lost their dentures and couldn't eat their dinner.
That's a non-emergency
That's
call.
not an emergency.
Yeah.
Someone needed help deleting a voicemail. Maybe an emergency, but not that kind. Just call a teenager.
Right.
Okay. A caller purchased $65 worth of food and the roommate ate it, and they wanted an officer to come out and sort it out. Not an emergency.
That's
folks.
not what the police are for, folks.
So here's the last one. Their bathroom drain clogged and the water wouldn't go down. And I can see how someone might think that was an emergency, but they would be wrong. That is not an emergency.
Call a plumber, eh?
Right. Or just, you need to go to the dollar store and get one of those long orange things with the teeth on it.
Yeah.
That works pretty well.
They do, although I recently purchased a similar item from Home Depot that's got a lot skinnier profile because the dollar store ones are kind of big and they do get kind of hung up.
Yeah, I had trouble using one.
But you should never use drain cleaner. Like if your drain is clogged, don't pour a bunch of Drano in there because it's really not going to do anything. Maybe it will, but generally if your sink drain is plugged, it's just a hair clog, and the hair clog is probably right there at the drain stopper.
It needs a mechanical clean out, not a chemical clean out.
Yeah, it's usually that simple, and if it's any worse than that, then you get one of those little snaky things and get down into the drain trap, and that'll do it. But I don't know that that's what we're here to talk about today.
Okay, so do not misuse the 911 system. Leave it free for people who actually have an emergency.
Especially not the Canadian Mounted Police
That's
911
right. You don't
system.
mess with
No,
them.
don't mess with the Mounties.
No. All right. Well, did you have anything you wanted to talk about this week?
Okay, so no, I mean that's
it.
Well, I mean if that's the end of the notes, I guess that's the end of the show. Are we discussing the different platform or
No?
we're not discussing? Okay.
We're going live on YouTube today for the first time. We usually So we've been going live on Facebook,
Yes.
and then reposting to Instagram and YouTube, and for a variety of reasons, mostly mostly Mark Zuckerberg and the many different ways that he irritates me and does things to cause problems for me.
Yes.
We're going live on YouTube today.
So we're going to see how that goes.
Yes.
And I guess we'll determine how this works, whether or not we're coming back to Facebook next week or going to stick with YouTube. But
we may or may not be live on YouTube again next Friday. But
Most
we
of-
will be live somewhere.
most of our viewers tend to watch not live. So it doesn't really matter where we record the event.
Well, we'll see.
But it doesn't seem like you want to talk about it. So
No, I already did talk about it.
okay.
We could talk about it some more if you have any other points that you want to discuss.
Well, because the thing that happened to us was a few weeks ago, we rambled on for like 35 minutes. And then Facebook just choked on that file. It couldn't handle it. Mark Zuckerberg, you need to fix that because people want to go live on your platform and they want to take the video and post it elsewhere, and you're trying to screw us up with that.
I'm trying to patch the audio together in my Adobe Premiere.
I know,
and
it's just
a mess.
it's-
And have one drink and try and do something complicated in Adobe Premiere, and it's a bit of a headache on a Friday evening.
Well, this poor woman is sitting there until 8 o'clock at night trying to sort this crap out, and I'm like, damn you, Mark Zuckerberg, give me my wife back.
Screwed me again, Zuckerberg.
All right.
Okay, I think we're good now.
That's probably enough. It's probably enough. Although I think a lot of people want to see more of this. I think people want to see more of the angry rants and.
Well, what would you like to see? More light and fruity commentary or angry rants? Because if you want angry rants, we can certainly do that.
Oh, we can conjure those up in a couple seconds.
Just give us a topic and we'll go on an angry
We'll go
rant.
off. We've been married almost 25 years now, and we have seen and experienced the world together for all this time.
All kinds of things that make us angry.
Yes, and in general, I mean, obviously, Dave is an individual and has her own thoughts and feelings about things, and so am I. But we do share a lot of common thoughts and feelings about things, and that's why we're able to sit here and talk to you about this stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we think we got something to say, so you tell us what you want to hear, and we'll say it.
All right, well, let's sign off so we can go fight. What were we going to fight about?
I don't even know.
Something
Oh,
about...
no. We were going to fight about, it was back near the first part of your notes there.
Something with a restaurant, maybe.
Oh, yeah, Tom Ham's
Oh,
Lighthouse.
Tom Ham's Lighthouse. Yeah, we're going to look into that. We'll figure
We're-
out whether
we're-
we have or have not been to Tom Ham's Lighthouse.
Yes.
I contend that we have not been there, but we'll
I'm not that confident. I think maybe we've been there.
All right, well, let's figure it out.
We'll tell you next week.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, folks. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.